Let's kick things off then. We have taken control of Aston Villa for our first Football Manager 2024 save. Unai Emery has left, which is kind of a bit harsh because he's doing a reasonable job there, isn't he? Anyway, we're in charge of Villa. Obviously, this is all the normal stuff that we see at the start of a save, but we're predicted to finish 9th place in the Premier League, which I think I should be good enough to do that. Watch me get sacked by December. From a squad perspective, we've obviously got a pretty decent team. We've got some very good players. We've got World Cup winners in our midst in the shape of Martinez and probably a few others as well, but he's obviously the main one. You can also see there the transfer obligations. I have put this on I can't remember, it's not Real World. It's the one where basically players will join and leave when they have done in real life, which means Pau Torres has not joined yet. He will join on the 12th of July. Moussa Diaby will join on the 22nd of July and so on. So we might have some players in our squad here that won't be here much longer. Keenan Davis, for example, is off to Udinese on the 1st of September. Club vision and objectives and 5-year plan and all that stuff is fairly normal, I think. Although, informational objectives expand the stadium. Clubs have a plan. That's new. Clubs have a plan, okay. Everything else seems kind of normal. They just want us to qualify for the Europa League every year. Right, the first thing I'm going to do is obviously take a look at the fixtures that we have as Aston Villa. I don't know whether these are real-life fixtures or not. I'm a Southampton fan, so I don't care about the Premier League anymore at the moment. We kick things off against Manchester United and then Manchester City straight after. It's not going to be an easy start. And then we've also got Europa Conference League qualifiers. There's a lot going on. Right, I'm going to build a tactic. I have very little understanding of how to build a tactic, so I'm just going to take something straight out of the box. I don't want to go gegenpress. Let's go tiki-taka. Passing it around. I think that works. And we'll just ask our assistant to pick the best 11 of the squad. Martinez in goal. Callum Chambers as an inverted fullback on the right-hand side. Konsa, Diego Carlos, Luca Dean. We've got Douglas Luiz Kamara, McGinn, Buendia, Coutinho, who's obviously leaving. He's heading off to Al Duhail, and Ollie Watkins. I mean, it looks alright, doesn't it? Watkins is obviously going to be the main man. Looking at this, a right back is needed. However, like I said earlier, we do have a bunch of players. Can we even see? I guess this is it, players coming in. So we've got Lenglet joining on loan. We've got Torres joining, and we've got a guy called Callum Morland, who's a child, fair enough. So we've got another centre-back, and we've got a potential kind of centre-back / maybe a left-back. Centre-backs, we're fine. We don't need another one. We might need a right-back. And we've only got £3 million to find one. Right, not ideal. Although, looking at the players leaving the club, do we get £13 million on the 22nd of August? Is that something that happens? Do we get £5 million on the 1st of September? Which is deadline day. Do we get this money at that point? I don't know. Because it is the start of a new season, we've got lots of free transfers available. So, let's see who's available on a free, who'd be willing to join us, particularly as a right back. So those are our options. No one's jumping out at me straight away, but there's probably some gems in there. It's not taking me long to scroll down this list to realise I don't think there are any gems in here. We've got Jeremy Pied, we've got Danny Simpson, who's 36 by the way. Danny Simpson is still banging about. Yeah, maybe there isn't anyone good. Matt Olasunde's weirdly intriguing, although I don't think he's going to be any good for us. He's wanted by Peterborough, he's definitely not going to be good enough for us. Right, let's build some set pieces then. I don't really know what I'm doing. Much like normal tactics with this, I have no idea what I'm doing, so we're just going to do some stuff. I'm going to click some buttons, we're going to go for player marking. Is this defensively? Yeah, while defending, near post only, and then I want to counter-attack. I think we counter-attack, don't we? How do you prefer the ball to be delivered when attacking? Do we do near post? Do we think that's still meta? We'll go for it anyway. How many players do you want to leave back defending during attacking set pieces? Fewer defenders. Let's go high. Outswinger. Go for an outswinger. Austin McPhee's doing his business. What is he going to do? Right, he has set us some corners. This is attacking. This is... why have we got this? I know it's new. Right, I just cleared that. I don't know whether that was a good idea or not, but that's what we've done. This is our tactics that we've gone for. We've got defensive, sure, and this is attacking, which seems to be leaving 3 players back. I thought I said I didn't want to leave lots of players back, but there we are. Right, let's make another one. Do we do a short corner? A short outswinging corner? Don't do that often, but we'll do that. Sure. I mean... maybe we should probably have a third one as well. I have no idea what we're doing. An in-swinger. on that side. Let's go for that. Right, there. Maybe? Sure. Anyway, we are going to go forward all the way to the opening game of the season, the Manchester United game. I'm not expecting to do any transfers myself until January, let's be honest. We've got a lot of people obviously joining the club. We're going to play the first match of the season on camera against Manchester United, and I genuinely think it's going to be absolutely awful and we're going to get battered. But, you know, first game of FM24. Right, we have jumped forward to the Manchester United game, or should I say the Man U FC game, where we will inevitably lose. And we have made ourselves a new signing. Not a signing that is pre-arranged, we have made a couple of those as well, but we have brought in somebody, and it's a ridiculous signing. It doesn't really make a huge amount of logical sense, but we've done it anyway. I don't even want to tell you how much money, if I'm honest. Connor Goldson's joined from Rangers, formerly of Brighton, Shrewsbury, Cheltenham as well, apparently. He's been around. He spent a long time north of the border, done actually quite well. We brought him in for £13 million. I don't know. It was 13. It was £13 million. I think it might have been more than that, actually. Was it more? No, £13 million. It was £3 million up front and £10 million in add-ons. So we've not paid too much for him at the moment. I've brought him in to be a right back because I think he's better than Callum Chambers. He might not be better than Callum Chambers, but we're going to play Goldson as that inverted fullback on the right-hand side because then he can slot into a centre-back position, which I think kind of works, doesn't it? I have just realised we've got Matty Cash as well. I don't know why I didn't realise Matty Cash existed, but we've got Matty Cash. This is going to be our starting lineup then for the Manchester United game. It will be Martinez in goal, Connor Goldston making his debut as a right-back, Konsa, Paul Torres and Luca Dean in defence. Torres obviously has joined on a permanent deal from a future transfer that was arranged in real life and all that bobbins. It's going to be Douglas Luiz as that regista, with Kamara and John McGinn in midfield, Leon Bailey, Moussa Diaby and Ollie Watkins will be our front options. We've obviously, you can see there, we've got some injury problems. We've got Traore on the bench, Courtney House on the bench, both still injured. Tyrone Mings is injured and currently unregistered because he's out for 9 to 10 months. Same with Buendia, he's out for 9 to 10 months as well. Is Keenan Davis out for a long time? 2 to 3 months. We haven't registered Coutinho because he's off anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Cameron Archer as well, he's leaving, so we've not registered him for the squad. So, this is our team. I'm tempted, I feel like I need to put the under-21s on. I haven't even looked at these. There might be somebody good in it. Going to clear the subs bench and just get them to pick it, see whether they've done anything else. They put in Charlie Lutz, who's not very good, and Kobe Moore. Is it Kobe Moore? Is he like Bobby Moore? He's not Bobby Moore. He might be. One day he might be as good. Right, anyway, let's play Man United at Aston Villa. Right then, here we go, Man United, or Man U FC in the white with the red shorts. We are obviously in our lovely claret and blue. This, I don't think is going to be a highlight. This is because whenever you start a new Football Manager game, it's always on extended highlights for some reason, and I don't know anyone who uses that. Luke Shaw's going for a run here. This might actually be a highlight, which is concerning. It's not concerning. We're all good. Oh, I don't like the way that looks. That's going to need to be changed. It's a corner. Fernandes takes it to Martial with loads of space. Straight off the training ground. Anthony Martial makes it 1-0 to Man United. What? Set piece coach? You should have been kind of keeping an eye on that one, because that might be the new meta. Have we already found the new meta 7.5 minutes into a match? If that happens again in this match, we've definitely found the new meta. Wan-Bissaka with a throw to Eriksen, plays it back to Rafael Varane. We've barely seen any of the ball at the moment. John McGinn's nicked this, goes backwards to Diaby. He's going to go for a run down that line. We need a runner. We've got a runner, Luca Dean. Diaby's carried on his run as well, does collect it back. Diaby's in on goal, kind of, crosses it in to Casemiro, who's not one of our players, in case you weren't aware. Douglas Luiz to Diaby, loses out to Wan-Bissaka, but keeps the ball alive. McGinn crosses, Watkins is there, and Watkins heads just over Onana's bar. Remains 1-0 to Man U FC, but we've actually had a chance on camera. Connor Goldson, here he is, the new signing. Kamara back to Goldson, in the middle to Ezri Konsa. Is he going to go for a run? No. McGinn instead collects it. It is very tight in the middle of the pitch. Everybody seems to be there. Watkins is in on goal, and Ollie Watkins blasts it into Onana, and it is in. We're getting VAR because he might have been offside. He wasn't, so we're all good. It's 1-1. Wan-Bissaka's throw to Eriksen, crosses it in. Torres clears it. Luke Shaw, who's playing in a very weird position We've almost scored an own goal as well through Ezri Konsa, and Anthony just runs that off of the pitch for a goal kick for us. We've got a corner. Here we go. Dougie Luiz is going to take this corner. It should be towards the front post. It is, and it's Pau Torres. And Pau Torres on his debut, 25 minutes in, we've scored from a near post corner. We have taken the lead against Man United. We've had 2 shots on target and scored both of them at the moment. Fernandes with a free kick for United. Whistles over the bar. It's going to stay 2-1. We are fast approaching half-time. We have ourselves the lead. We've got another corner as well. Luca Dean takes it this time. Varane clears. It's Leon Bailey going to keep this one alive down that right-hand side. Plays it on the ground to Douglas Luiz. Luca Dean tries to get some space. John McGinn's got acres and acres of space there. Diaby's effort is blocked by Martinez. Here comes the corner. Luca Dean's going to be the man to take it. Front post is what we want to be seeing. It's towards Rashford. Leon Bailey collects it. He's been tackled. Luca Dean's going to keep this alive. Plays it backwards to Diaby. Connor Goldson, I'd love to see a goal from you, mate. It's Pau Torres. We're going the wrong way, guys. Half-time then at Villa Park. It is 2-1 to Aston Villa. And we're actually winning our first match in FM24. This is not what I was expecting. Straight into the second half. No changes for us. I don't know whether Man United have done anything. I'm going to change this before the next match so we can see what we're doing, what United are doing, and a few other bits as well on screen. We're up to third at the moment. Obviously, it's match day 1, but still. There's a penalty. Hold on. What's happened? Pau Torres, I think, might have handled the ball. We're getting VAR. The penalty has been awarded. I have no idea what for. I don't even think we've got it on camera. It's going to be Bruno Fernandes against Martinez. Sends him the wrong way. It's 2-2. Straight into another highlight, though. Pau Torres collects the ball from kickoff. Slow wander forward. Passes it to Ericsson. Diaby's marked by 2 players and we decide to pass it to him anyway. Connor Goldson, here he goes. Leon Bailey tries to get a little bit of space to run into and can't quite manage it. Douglas Luiz. Connor Goldson's just standing there like a statue in the way. Bailey again with it. Douglas Luiz to Luca Dean. Ball over the top. Kamara heads down to Ollie Watkins. His ball control's poor, but it does not matter. Ollie Watkins gets his second of the game. It is 3-2. We retake the lead thanks to some absolutely calamitous defending from Man United. Right, first subs of the match. Goldson's coming off for Matty Cash because Connor Goldson hasn't really done a lot, has he? Leon Bailey's going to come off as well. We've got no options on the right wing, have we? You know what we'll do? We'll do that, and then we can go Tielemans or Dendoncker in the middle. Who do we go for? Let's go for Dendoncker. Sure, we'll do that one. Do we want to do any more changes? I don't think so. We do have 5 subs to do. We've still got 15 minutes to play, but we are currently beating Man United in the opening game of the season. Final 10 minutes, possibly another goal. Maybe, hopefully. Luca Dean with loads of space. Luca Dean's playing very central. Diaby goes for goal. Onana makes a save. We win a corner, which we are obviously going to see. Douglas Luiz is the man to go take this now. Luca Dean's normally taken them. So we're going for a different type of corner. Is it straight to the centre? It is. Luke Shaw jumps highest. Matty Cash can keep this one alive, hopefully. Diaby to Douglas Luiz. Loads of space. John McGinn's not going to get there. It's gone over and off the pitch for a goal kick. Right. Time for some more subs. Diaby is going to come off. Aaron Ramsey's going to come on, even though he is leaving the club soon. But we're going to bring him on anyway. Do we want to do anything else? Douglas Luiz is potentially struggling, so we'll do Tielemans. Why not? Wan-Bissaka with a throw in the final, 7 minutes of the match. Wan-Bissaka to Fernandes. Wan-Bissaka tries to get a little bit of space and does manage to dink his cross. Konsa clears it. Only as far as Luke Shaw, who plays it on the ground. Martinez fumbles it straight to Ericsson. It's 3-3. Certainly good value for money. 6 minutes of injury time as well. I was wondering whether they would kind of emulate what's happening in real life where we're getting half an hour worth of injury time every match. 6 minutes seems a lot higher than we'd normally get, but still, it's not massive, is it? It's not 10 minutes. Rashford down that left-hand side, crosses it in. Do not score now. Pelestri scored in the 95th minute. And we're going to lose this game 4-3. Martinez is on a 6.4. Really, buddy? You've won the World Cup and you've just dropped a 6.4 clanger on the first game of the season. Well, I think it was certainly entertaining for the neutrals. We got 2 goals from Watkins. We got a goal from Pau Torres as well from a corner. So, promising signs. Encouraging, I'd say. And with that, obviously, first game of the season over, we're 14th in the table. Doesn't really matter, does it? Does not matter one bit. We are going to end this episode here, but next episode, which will be out tomorrow, hopefully, if all goes to plan, I don't know what we're going to do. We're going to do somewhere in September, I think. We'll do September. Brighton and Forest. Maybe we'll do Brighton and Forest. 2 games that we can definitely win.